spent time in quarantine. He's not at full fitness as yet, but we also know what we saw the other night from basically the get-go, some of the balls that he played. But they obviously, Ivan Jolic, his assistant, Ante Milicic, both of them have obviously thought, no, let's not even wait to the hour, let's do it right now. They do need, obviously, with the dominance that they've had in this first half, especially possession-wise and in terms of territory-wise, they need a bit of incision, and he will give them that. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the only shots on target so far have come from the Mariners, despite having less than 40% of the ball, the Central Coast. So, job done so far for Alan Stagic's side. But another 45 minutes of work to produce here, because the crowd will get right behind the Bulls. Another 10 players who will join Benyard for the kickoff of the second half. Back out there now. In fact, it's going to be a double change from Ante Milicic. Young Jake Holman will also be injected. He had a decent cameo off the bench the other night against Western Sydney as well. So Macarthur FC's coach, Ante Milicic, good enough to join us. You've made a double change, Ante. Tell us about it.
Look, one was planned, to be honest. One we decided before the game. We wanted Markel to start and go 45 minutes, have a good warm-up. And that was also the plan, also now with Bennett coming on. And then the other one was Moody. Moody's been doing well for us, but in the end, you're a goal behind. You need to change something. And, you know, Holman's been good for us in pre-season. He's got something different. He's a dribbler, so hopefully he can make an impact in the second half.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Pleasure.
And the Mariners look like they're going to respond with a change or two. It's an A-League debut coming up for Daniel Bowman, the 22-year-old Olyroos, part of that successful team in January of last year up in Thailand to secure that Olympic berth. And Lewis Miller, a fullback option, will come on and play in the right-back role. Stefan Negro has been withdrawn. And Alu Kuol, who had that chance late in the first half to double the Mariners' lead, is the other man withdrawn. Daniel Bowman up front alongside Matt Simon, who has dubbed him Huey after the successful jockey, of course, Huey Bowman. And Macarthur FC kicked things off. An early tangle involving Stensness and Jonro, and look how Mark Milligan is keen to get on with things. And Puyol gets the nutmeg on Clisby, and the referee wants a word.
There we go. Intensity level has already gone up twofold from Macarthur, so I think they would have had a bit of a serve at half-time from their manager. Understandably so. And Alan Stachic saying being good to his word. Kuol coming off for Bowman, as he mentioned. And Miller on for Negro.
Benyard goes for goal, and it was floating around a little. Birighitti kept his eye on the ball throughout.
Of course, hit that free kick the other night against the Wanderers that deflected. We thought it deflected off the Wanderers player. It actually deflected off Milligan. He's giving it a try once again.
Simon, lovely control from the veteran. And Bowman was singing out for it. Nisbet inside the area. Bowman, who spent the last couple of years in Holland in the lower leagues. But all of those contenders for Olympic berths this year want to be playing regular football. Should be Federici's.
That one is, but Mariners continually playing that ball in behind. And you saw the results of that. Scored the goal in the first half from that. Nearly scored another through Matt Simon.
Matt Simon letting Benyard know he's around. Referee signalled advantage. That's what Benyard brings, the passing range. Out to Holman. Jonro, little layoff for Milligan, who shielded it well enough. Benyard looks for Franjic. It's going to skip away from him, though. Couldn't get there on the half volley.
Right idea, though. And you heard Ante Milicic say that one was planned. This obviously explains Shushayeta basically really going all out, and understandable as well, because both have been in quarantine and missed a lot of pre-season. But he's obviously been instructed to up that intensity, especially in that last third. Not far off with that ball from Franic.
Go on, Matty, is the cry for Derbyshire, but Kai Rolls got there first. Growing in stature with every game, Kai Rolls in the A-League, looking more and more of the part. Great experience gained as a teenager. Now 22 years of age and more than 50 games under his belt.
Both him and Tongi have been excellent in the first half. See if they can continue it.
John Rowe. Benyart was demanding it. Puyol hugging that sideline. Two number 10s came together. Just across the sideline before Milligan got the touch on it. Benyart really setting the tempo. Different flow about the balls when he's on the pitch. Capped a couple of times by Spain. Jean Rowe thrust forward, a little further forward in midfield after the arrival of Benyart and the departure of Shushayeta. There's another ball just tailing away from teammates.
Cutting in on his left foot. Seems to have taken up this position though on wide left. For me, a little bit too predictable today. We saw him the other night against Western Sydney Wanderers floating around everywhere. Obviously without Lockie Rose starting, who took that position up the other night, and Puyol was trying to give him that little bit of width, just taking up the half space. I'd like to see him float around a little bit more, because his influence, as you saw the other night when he had time and space, was huge.
Here he is in the centre circle, but Zanuck did enough. Federici was talking Shushnyar through it. Drives that ball at speed to Franic. Jovanovic, Matt Simon leading from the front. Bowman joins in. Good climb by Derbyshire, able to direct his header to the advantage of Jean Rowe, who kept Zanuck at bay. Advantage signal. Jean Rowe back to his feet in back play. Here he is again. Got it back off Bozanic. Puyol. Franic playing for a free kick. He then handled it on the ground. That's why the whistle goes against him.
Bozanic so close to Jean Rowe.
Franic asked about the nudge. The ref said not enough for a foul. Right in front of the bullpen. Birighitti took that free kick and they let him know about it going straight out of play. That's where the active fans have been positioned for the Macarthur FC home games on this near side in that corner.
Remains to be seen. I'm thinking that this possession will prove so vital to him in that last 20 minutes when Mariners, all that closing down and pressing the wing, will start to tie up. There's no use going to that last 20 minutes thinking that if you're 2 or 3-0 down.
Go forward is the cry for the centre halves. Shushnya and Jovanovic lope forward. Golic there as well. They've got the height advantage. Macarthur FC, and the header is on target. Birighitti standing behind his line. The optimists in the crowd say maybe it had crossed the line fully, but the assistant wasn't interested.
Decent ball in from Benyard, but good defending once again from the Mariners. And he's Bozanic being the conductor again. Plays such an important role for them, him and Stensness, both from a defensive and offensive point of view. Controls the tempo. You see him back there in that line.
Go Louis is the cry, and Lewis Miller takes the game on, making Holman work, and there's a coming together between those two. Enough for a free kick.
And this is something that Central Coast Mariners have done so well throughout the whole game. They defend, they defend, they defend, and they spring with the counter-attack.
Birighitti's work behind his line there, Bozza. May as well use the crease like the batsmen do.
I guess so. But Mariners, like I said, everything going exactly to plan. Easy, especially when you're 1-0 up and you're defending so comfortably, just to say, okay, we're just going to do that for the rest of the game. But they continue to go forward and provide some questions for the Macarthur Bulls to answer. This is a dangerous position.
Clisby to whip it in with that left boot of his. Far post, and Franic had to deal with it ahead of Bowman.
Super ball from Clisby. Not so sure that Federation shouldn't have maybe come and got that, but that man there, Ivan Franic, done so well facing his own goal to get it up and away, but it's a good ball in. Yeah, keeper should have come and got that, in my opinion, but he didn't take no chances, and Franic has done so well.
Now the variation from the corner. Bozanic, difficult angle to take out a teammate, but Miller will track this one down and settle for the throw. Bowman presenting, has been busy since coming on, and now he's in behind on that right-hand side, looking for Simon, and Franic chested it clear of Clisby.
Super play from Bowman. Good ball in as well. And Ivan Franic, once again, showing all his experience. Always aware of where his man is, Ivan Franic. It's here in the near side of the picture. He knows. See that look over the shoulder? He knows. He knows.
Silva with the in-swinger this time. They attacked that near post area and went deep. Toniak keeping it alive, providing that nuisance factor, and hooked away by Derbyshire, who has to slot in and help out at right back. Matt Derbyshire.
Good
That's
spell.
not where the Bulls fans want to see.
No, but good spell here from the Central Coast Mariners. Their best spell of the game. Couple of corners. Forced Macarthur Bulls back, and again, from a psychological perspective, when you're dominating possession and territory, and all of a sudden, now the other team are coming back at you, it's hard. Got to dig deep here. Mariners are doing really well.
Franic went to ground. Shomro lent a hand that time. Recycled via Toniak. Bowman again turning defenders around. Clisby first to that header, but Benyard latches onto it in midfield, and they can get some possession again. The team in white.
the team in blue, who are looking the more likely at the moment. And you've got to give credit to Alan Stacic and his staff. He said before the game about Quoll only having 45 minutes. Stuck to that. Bowman's come on and given him even a better lease of life, you have to say.
Top of the box for Derbyshire, who drags his shot across the face, and he's a little proppy after that.
Yeah. Better from Macarthur, but still it's nothing really. Franich providing the width. But here, again, I mean, it has to be a superb strike to beat Berigidi from there. Good defending. And all stood there, hands by their sides. Worked hard today, Derbyshire, but to no avail at this moment in time.
Holman wanted him to let that one run as he was advancing onto it. Can make a maximum of 5 changes, and that double change occurring at half-time for both teams. The managers have all the cards to play. They can make 3 individual changes if they want to throughout the remainder of this game. Benyat saw that vacant area and put it out in front of Golick. Numbers forward. Genro on the turn. Little clip in behind, and Tonyik kept it away from its intended target of Derbyshire. Shushnia running out of room. Nisbet touched it out for the throw. Approaching the hour mark, Ante Milicic is having a word to another couple of subs who aren't too far away. Benyat with the forward run. Derbyshire brings it down, and Benyat blocked off once and twice by Kai Rolls, and now the flag is up for offside earlier in the move.
Flag may be up, but that was Kai Rolls was not to know that. Superb defending, showing the desperation and anticipation needed from a defender. And there's movement down here on the Macarthur bench. Looks like the 2 roses are going to come on. There's that superb blocking there from Rolls.
And not a thorn amongst them. So Liam Rose, who scored the club's first goal in that friendly against Camden a few months ago now. And Lockie Rose, who has a bit of support in the stands, judging by the whistles that rang out when he took his bib off. And here they come. Cometh the hour, cometh the men, Ante Milicic hopes. Puyol off for Rose, Lockie that is. And Liam Rose for Jovanovic. So we know Liam Rose as a midfielder. Looks like he's going to slot in as a centre half here alongside Shushnia. He gave us a great in-game interview, Lockie Rose, the other day. Better tennis player than he is a footballer, he reckons. But he made quite the impression on his debut. Some wonderful crossing from that right-hand side, and Derbyshire will be waiting in the middle for that kind of delivery. Genro, fantastic balance under pressure from the French-born midfielder. Four of the 5 changes made by Ante Milicic as they chase a comeback performance in this second half. Franic's delivery, header in the middle, and it was Genro who couldn't keep it down. That's Macarthur's best chance, perhaps.
And a much better ball in from Franich. Stenson just goes down there. Good ball here originally, but watch this. One touch out of his feet. Much better. Still could get that ball even a bit closer. So Macarthur now ringing the changes.
And Alan Stajic might be forced into one. Yanni Stensness has played a lot of minutes under his coach, but they're already getting young Casella ready. Chance for an impromptu timeout here as Stensness receives his treatment. And it's De Silva coming off. He was also down for a moment. And the goal scorer will make way for Jaden Casella, like for like. And this young man, recruited from the NPL level, very much looked the part on his opening night in the A-League.
That he did, and anybody who saw that New South Wales Premier League Grand Final saw that goal he scored for Rockdale.
Yeah, what a finish it was, what a game it was. A 3-3 draw and then one on penalties. Sadly for Jaden Casella, he was on the wrong end of things, but right now the Mariners are on the right end of things thanks to De Silva's hunger to get there first and then produce the cultured finish past Federici. As you'd expect, both teams on the quick backup, plenty of changes being made. 7 of the 10 substitutes already out there, including this man Rose. He played a lot of games for the Mariners before dropping back to NPL level. Outside of the boot pass from Genre, who keeps on trying to make things happen. Shushnya looking for Rose. Benyart was careful to stay out of the back, but not careful enough.
It's a foul. Central Coast holding out well. This man's still yet to make a serious save. Yet to make a serious save, but it's the second time he's found touch.
But the Mariners bench was complaining because that pass was intended for Matt Simon, who would have got on the end of things but for being blocked off, according to Alan Stajic. Just telling the referees to keep an eye on that for future reference. Franjic chests it down and Genre is clipped by Bozanic.
So now we'll see next 30 minutes the effect of Macarthur having so much possession in these type of conditions. Not the whole reason, but one of the reasons why those subs are being made by Stajic. It's going to be hard now for chasing for the majority of the game. This is where we're really going to see how much work they put in that pre-season.
Mariners looking to catch one or two of the attackers offside here if they can. Plenty of physical stuff going on. Daniel Elder keeping an eye on it as Benyart delivers. And Simon, who got the initial header on it, charged down by Milligan second time around.
He's done well there, done his job from a defensive perspective. There you go, job done. Daniel, the referee, telling Birighitti to hurry up. He's understandably taking as much time as he possibly can, give his players a chance to get a breather.
Again, the Mariners had the numbers around the ball. Accepted the pass from Genre, did Nisbet. Genre came again. Benyart to Franjic, and they get Rose on the ball. Cult hero Lockie Rose and Matt Simon are coming together between a couple of lookalikes. I think Matt Simon sees a lot of Lockie Rose in the mirror. And he made an early statement there. He just had the Alice band at one stage in his career, Matt Simon, I think.
Poor challenge. This is poor.
Like looking back 10 years ago for Matt Simon when he sees Lockie Rose.
Yeah, he's doing it to Lockie Rose. Didn't do it to Jovanovic or Shushna, did he?
Organisation was superb for the set piece a moment ago as Benyard drops it on the chest of Birighitti, and we can check in with Tara Rushton.
All I can say is the cowbells, they are ringing louder and louder as the intensity has gone up. Definitely another level down here pitch side. And you were talking about that moment earlier. Matty Simon just trying to exert his pressure and his place on the contest with Lockie Rose, the new young gun who's coming to this side from NPL2. But that moment was a long time coming. There'd been a bit of push and shove earlier between the two of them.
Here he comes again. No Matt Simon in sight for Lockie Rose, trying to dance his way around Clisby. It broke for Toniek. Milligan thinking about a Tim Cahill-like strike, and it's out for offside, in fact. They'll bring it back to the edge of the box when Derbyshire got involved.
Well, once again, super defending, this time from Clisby. Said before the game, this back four will be really tested today. And they have really stood up to this test, all of them. Even Negro before he went off. Clisby, Rolls, Tomniak, they've been absolutely phenomenal. Can they hold out the Mariners here? Everything's going exactly the plan. They're doing so well.
Rose gets one back on Matty Simon there. Neither will shirk the physical stuff. Federici spraying one out intended for Franjic. Again, Casella with the initial header on it. Benyard is on the move. Genro pulled it back instead for Rose, and they start again on halfway. Inside the final 20 minutes of the 90. And Nisbet again. Oh, the assistant says the whole of the ball crossed the whole of the line. That was a close run thing. Poised for their first 3-game winning streak in 4 years, the Mariners. If they can close it out. Franjic says which ball to choose. Not much room between the two banks of four right now for Central Coast. Golick delivers on his right, and last touch off Derbyshire, who's pulled up lame again.
Feeling his groin there. Surely Ante Milic has got to be looking at Tommy Orr. Got one more sub to make, one more substitute opportunity. Surely he's got to put him on.
Another aerial duel won by Ruan Toniek. Shoulder to shoulder between Franjic and Casella. Stajic just getting an explanation from Daniel Elder. Very good game management by the referee to explain his decision making. And Matty Simon who's on that yellow card, left Shushnya in a crumpled heap.
He's got to be careful. One more of those, and he will go. Central Coast Mariners getting ready to make another sub.
Yeah, that might be the end of the section for Matt Simon. Big risk to keep him out there. Young Smiley, who we saw on New Year's Eve, ready for another cameo.
That's the end of the section for Matty Derbyshire. Holding his knee now.
Hasn't been withdrawn yet. Jonro tried to slide it past a couple of defenders. Stensness drove it into Benyard and it ricocheted for Rose. Franjic, nice little chop back, got rid of Bozanic. And again the whistle goes. Bozanic's not sure where the foul was.
Oh, it was a foul. Mariners players trying to make a point of it, which is understandable. Talk about game management, and that's exactly what you do. You know you're not going to get that one changed, but you hopefully get the next one. Are they going to make that sub before a free kick? Traditionally a golden rule for managers in football not to make a substitute when you're defending against a free kick or a corner. Maybe they might hold on.
Better angle for Benyard. Left-footed Holman is there as well. Ivan Jolic, the assistant coach, telling them what to expect. It's Franjic! Oh, Birighitti reacted well to the deflection. Wrong-footed for a moment, but he sprung to life, and he's keeping a clean sheet again.
Another fantastic save. Franjic has given everything in the second half, especially. Deflected shot, but still not out the woods yet, Mariners.
Jonro whips it in. Rose was trying to set up for a shot. Never got to him, courtesy of Bowman. Did Jonro get back on side? No, he did not. Once he put pressure on Nisbet, he was interfering with play.
Cut back, deflection. Comfortable in the end. Boys are letting him know his first series save of the day.
And that was Franjic's final contribution. He has been withdrawn. An attacking move from Ante Milicic. Young Michael Rus is on. And he's straight up top alongside Derbyshire. And young Smiley with his third A-League appearance. It was a long time between his first two A-League outings. After debuting in 2018, he's on for Matt Simon. Like for like change. Straight out of play by Birighitti, but the bench aren't that perturbed with the repetition of that. Derbyshire outside of the boot for Golic. Rus in the middle. And Birighitti congratulates Rolls for dealing with another one.
It's a good ball in. Can the Mariners hold out? Can Macarthur snatch a goal and then go and look for the winner? All the play for these last 17 or 18 minutes or so.
Benyard back towards Rus. 18 years of age, big occasion to make his A-League debut. Lovely return ball from Benyard, and now Holman. And look at the desperation from Clisby with the block that time. Finding those reserves of energy somehow, these Mariners, on the three-day backup. Oh, had to win it, and he did, Shushnya.
Super tackle.
It's all on the line here in the final 15 minutes of the 90. Holman. And now Roos. Big presence, isn't he, for an 18-year-old? Solidly built.
Saw his performance as Roos in the FFA Cup. Belied the fact that that time he was only 16 or 17. Real talent.
For a moment there, the Mariners had a back six going. It's all hands on deck. Try and preserve this clean sheet. Haven't kept back-to-back. Haven't kept a clean sheet on the road since the 17-18 season. Resolve has been stiffened under Alan Stajic. Resources aren't like they are at some other clubs. You've got to credit the work that Alan Stajic has done to start this campaign. As Benyard plays a hopeful ball again, and Birighitti can let it roll.
Again, really good defensive block from Central Coast Mariners. You're a manager, you're watching, that's exactly what you want your team to do. Get the opposition to shoot from a distance, or balls like that, which are desperation balls. And it's job done. Start again.
Pressure on Rose in that unfamiliar position, dealt with it well, found his namesake. And Lockie forced back to Liam. And Smiley left a little foot in on Liam Rose. Referee lets him know about it. Bisbee summing it up.
Super defending. Oh. I don't know what happened there. Hope he's okay.
Oh, he's not okay. The damage was done when he landed on the other side, and he may have done some damage to that wrist. How unfortunate is this? Happened in slow motion.
Oh. Hope he's okay. Oh, look, saying, oh. He's done something. Shoulder. Physio's turned back the shoulder. And Physio still thinks now he's had a feeling he's going to know. Keep an eye on that one.
Didn't look like he put it back in
No,
Mel Gibson style.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And lethal weapon. But he's a little lame as he gets back out there, favouring that right arm. And Rose with a chance to run at him. And Lex for Milligan instead. Reverse ball for Roos. And Clisby back into the action.
Milligan's got to switch it there. It was on.
Benyard. He does switch it.
There you go.
Shushnia had a couple of options there. Found Golick. He slices it across the face.
No. Too much sideways, sideways, sideways. Patient build-up. Beginning of the game is okay. When there's 10 minutes to go and you're 1-0 down, needs to go forward earlier. Fire it into your front men, to their feet. Fire it in. Get those third man runs going. 1-2s on the edge of the box.
Still got one more change left. Alan Stajic, they're keeping a close eye on Jack Clisby on that shoulder. Stensness absorbed a lot of pressure in the last 20 minutes, and now a foray into the attacking third. Nisbet couldn't find Bowman.
Stensness and Bozanic have been absolutely outstanding in the centre of the park for the Mariners.
Coming back for a foul on Golick. They claimed it would have been a throw. Last touch off the Mariners, doesn't matter now. Roos right through the middle, trying to drag it out of the sky. That was a very near thing from Shushnya.
But it's the first time they've really gone direct and caused trouble immediately. Birighitti understandably taking his time. Wants his team to get a breather. A lot of people always say to, as a goal, are you wasting time? Well, it's difficult to waste time because referees can stop his watch. But what you do is you try to give your team that breather, let them regroup and start again. They're so close, the Mariners. What a job this will be.
Tough one for Rose. Again, he sees off that mini challenge. Given away by Benyard to his opposite number, and Nisbet is having a sensational outing here. "21 years of age. Has plenty of fights outside of his weight division throughout the 90 minutes, but breaks even more often than not. Born not far from here in Penrith. Not too many numbers committed forward here. A spell of possession will do for the Central Coast. Alan Stajic did an interview with Fox Sports News yesterday where he waxed lyrical about Macarthur FC, said how impressive their performance was first up against the Wanderers, said it was the best performance of anyone in those opening 4 games. May have just lulled them into a false sense of security. As he has come to do a job, and they're right on track. Roos, backheel, delightful for Lockie Rose. And the header! Derbyshire couldn't react in time. He wanted it along the deck from Lockie Rose, and they can't find the equaliser.
Just behind him. It's looking like it's going to be one of those days for Macarthur.
Brilliant back heel, wasn't it? To send Rose free. And there would have been a few replays observed to see whether Derbyshire was onside anyway. Rose can go quickly around the corner. Lockie Rose. And across in time came Bozanic. Quickly into that challenge as well. What a leader he is, Ollie Bozanic. All that time overseas, most recently with Hearts in Scotland. So time in Switzerland with Lazare. So time up in Asia. Learned plenty on his travels. The former championship winner with the Central Coast. Now Holman looking to drop the shoulder and wriggle his way through. Jonro picks up the scraps and tried to squeeze it in near post. Birighitti was guarding that.
He was down low. Good play from Jonro.
Gave Lewis
from Holman.
Lewis Miller a frightful spray, didn't he, Birighitti?
Once again, Mariners holding strong.
Benyard's delivery. And only Stensness at the drop. Clisby on the follow-up. Federici was in the attacking half for a moment there. And the Mariners a big chance here with the goalkeeper stranded. And Holman knew it. It's still on though for the Central Coast. Casella has Smiley in the middle. And Federici just beat him to it.
Super goalkeeping. Mariners nearly finished it off for good there.
Milligan. Golic getting forward. Birighitti got there in time.
Very good goalkeeping. Once again, he's got that look of the man, Birighitti. He's not going to be beaten. Mariners nearly finished it off completely here. Brave goalkeeping. Federici.
Flag staying down here for Bowman. The Mariners with a big chance to kill it off. Bowman for Smiley! All smiles for the Central Coast Mariners. Top of the league. Yes, top of the league. With 6 points out of 6 to start the campaign. They haven't done that in 14 years.
Absolutely fantastic from the Mariners. And we said right from the outset when Matty Simon had that chance in the first half, yes, they've sat back, but they've always counted and looked to score. And it looks as though here, barring the VAR check, that's what it'll be checked for, whether or not that's offside, that they have finished it here. Superb run from Bauman, and what a finish by Smiley as well. Made sure, head over the top of it, and what a, you can say, he's gone so perfect to plan here for the Mariners. And it's been given. Well done to the Central Coast Mariners. What a smash and grab it's been.
Had to be so patient waiting for opportunities with the first team. Jordan Smiley, that debut in 2018. Played with the Northern Tigers a lot at NPL level. And here he is with the composure. Likewise, Bowman, who sprung the offside trap. And Alan Stajic is working miracles against his long-time adversary and mate at times as well, Ante Milicic here. It's not the christening of their home stadium that Macarthur FC were after.
No, it's not. That's down to that man's side. They've been super today. They've had a game plan. They've stuck to it. Been very well marshalled by Bozanic and Stensnes in the middle of the park. And everything's gone exactly to plan.
And the coach of the Mariners has the luxury of giving another one of his youngsters a debut in this 5 minutes of stoppage time. Alan Stajic can't believe that they didn't execute that change that he wanted right then and there. But it will come. Oh, brilliant turn from Bozanic, and Smiley wants to be played in again. He's in the central area. Bowman on the left-hand side this time. And the trick didn't get him around Rose.
Never mind, hasn't he done well since he's come on? Direct, dangerous, worked tirelessly, and it's just not been Macarthur's day. Been the better team in between the two boxes, but that's not where it matters. And Central Coast Mariners came with a game plan. We're going to sit. They defended brilliantly, and the most important thing is, when they could, they were going to counter-attack, and they've done so. Here's the final substitute. Young Nisbet has been full of energy down that right-hand side, has done a ton of work. Ballard on for him. But what a great day for the Central Coast Mariners.
The 20-year-old Max Ballard, studying economics and commerce at University of New South Wales. He's a smart cookie, and he's in that defensive setup right now. As Kai rolls, thumps it out of play again. Don't forget Adelaide United against Melbourne City coming right up in the A-League. Double header for you. After a shock result here in Campbelltown. Can they add a third? Ruan Tonic. Go on, young man. The defender who's had a great day. All the way through to Casella instead. And John Rowe got the block in. Still 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can Macarthur have the ultimate comeback here? It's Roos. And the block again from Stensness. Remarkable.
Absolutely phenomenal tackles. Really has summed up what the Central Coast Mariners has been about today. Superb determination. That is as good as a save that we've seen from Birighitti. Absolutely superb.
Benyat bending it away, and once again the initial header came from Macarthur, but nothing to test Birighitti.
To be fair to Birighitti, he's got that look of a goalkeeper at the moment. Yes, very well protected by his defence, no doubt about that, but he's got that unbeatable look.
So the Reds at home next against Melbourne City, who had that win in Brisbane. Here's Casella, always playing with his head up. And Rose took it away. Casella came again and committed the foul. Alan Stanchik encouraging Jaden Casella to run and get back into position here. They are so close to completing the boil over. Benyat to no man's land. Lewis Miller and Birighitti can talk about that spray about 10 minutes ago with a smile on their face afterwards. Who do you like in that Adelaide United Melbourne City game, Bozzy? You always like Melbourne City to win the championship.
Yeah, Melbourne City. I thought they were excellent the other night. Very courageous the way they played their football, knowing that in that humidity that Brisbane couldn't close down like they were in that first half for the whole game. And even when they went down to 10 men, they looked in no danger, in my opinion. But it won't be easy against Carl Wirt's side. Played in the opening game against Western United.
Lockie Rose, and once again, Kai Roll's positioning is perfect.
Any one of those back four you could give the man a match to today, plus the two in front of him, Bozanic and Stensness. They've been absolutely superb. It's really warmed the hearts of the Central Coast Mariners supporters who have come here today in good numbers. I can see them across the other side of the park, and also the ones watching at home.
Would surely be consolation if they scored one here. It deflects out for another corner. And that'll do us. The Central Coast Mariners are perfect to start an A-League season. 2 wins out of 2. And back-to-back away wins for the first time since that 2013 Grand Final in Sydney. Things looking up for the team from Gosford as they spoiled the party on opening day at Campbelltown Stadium. It's a triumph for Alan Stanchik and his tactics and his recruitment with limited resources. And Macarthur FC go back to the drawing board ahead of another game at home in less than a week's time. Full time at